Well, hello there, Voltage. You've been running the sweetest little disappearing act I've ever seen, and it's bombing, because you are the one live wire in the room, and everybody in it can feel the shock. You think nobody clocks you, don't you? You slink into a room and you're already sketching the exits, already casing the place. Not for who's there, oh no, but for the fastest, quietest way to slip through it like a rumor. You've turned yourself into invisible ink, head down, shoulders curling in, taking up less room than you're owed, like the world charges rent by the inch and you can't cover it. You've whispered it to yourself so many times you believe it, that you're the fine print nobody reads, that you don't register, that you could vanish mid-sentence and the sentence wouldn't even notice. But let me tell you something, gorgeous, and I am not just being nice. Nice is so unserious. You are Delulu, a beautiful, self-deprecating little delusion with no basis in reality whatsoever. Here's the punchline you keep missing while you're busy playing ghost. Your energy is doing the exact opposite of hiding. It's impossible to ignore. You walk around like a siren only other people can hear, going off before you've even turned the corner. They're thinking about you. They're talking about you. Your name is getting passed around rooms you haven't walked into yet, living rent-free in heads that have never met you. And this isn't idle chit-chat. No. This is a very specific kind of weather you've cooked up, a low-pressure front that follows you in, whether you clocked it or not. You're the popular loner. The popular loner. The one everybody wants the story on and nobody's brave enough to approach. You're the cool mystery. The local legend everybody's angling for an invite from. So think about it. You're a live wire in a room full of dead batteries. That's what you are, trouble. The batteries flicker and buzz and give it their all. They try. They really do, bless them. And in their little way, they even manage a spark. But here's what's delicious. A live wire doesn't run on borrowed juice. It grabs the current already crackling in the air, and it splits it, bends it, throws it back in every direction hotter and wilder than it came in. And the truly unhinged part, a live wire doesn't have to do a single thing, doesn't flicker, doesn't strain. It just sits there humming, and somehow it's the only thing in the room anybody can't stop staring at. And nobody dares touch. That's you. That's your energy. You're the live wire. The whole room's plugged into you and you're not even trying. You understood the assignment before anyone handed it out. Let me sketch it out for you. When's the last time you were somewhere and didn't feel a pair of eyes stick to you a half-second too long? When's the last time somebody was just a touch more interested than the moment called for? And it's not only in the flesh, it's the algorithm, too. The way people hover on your posts, a beat past average. The way your stories get watched, but the reply never comes, because they're either too shy, or they're saving you for later, filing you away, not quite ready to plug in. That's the buzz on the ground, the word on the street. People are clocking you, taking notes, watching. There's this thing that happens when you walk into a coffee shop and the barista knows your order. Except it's more than that, isn't it? They know your name, and they use it one time too many, or they grin a watt too bright when you come through the door. That's not customer service, sweetheart. That's magnetism. Change of pace. I've got something sharper for you. They tried to bury you, but they didn't realize you were a seed. Read my book and start growing. Grab it from the description or pinned comment of this Animus Morphosis' video. It's the same jolt you get walking into a party where the room doesn't go quiet, exactly. It just changes temperature, like the thermostat ticked up 2 degrees, and nobody laid a finger on it. You feel it, don't you? That little shift in the air. That's your reputation strolling in before you do. That's the show you don't even know you're headlining. The one where you're the punchline the whole room leans in for, even though you'd rather be the poor soul who sets it up. And your reputation. Layered, complicated. People see success on you even while you feel like you're still winging it. There's a confidence humming off the way you carry yourself in the most nothing little moments. They read your quiet as deep thought, your hesitation as strategy, your silence as wisdom. And here's the kicker. They're not wrong. The reason your reputation hits so hard is that it's real. You're not trying to be interesting, star. You're just not bothering to be somebody else. In a world where everybody's performing for a lens, you're simply existing and doing it honestly. And that honesty is magnetic. It's the rarest thing you can be in a feed full of filters and facades. And now I'm alliterating. Look what you do to me. Here's what makes your name truly unforgettable, though. The duality. You're approachable and untouchable at once. People feel safe with you. You're one of the real ones, but they feel a little awe, too. They know you're not some background NPC. There's a depth to you that makes them want to wade in deeper, and a little dread about what they'll find down there. It's the exact energy that makes somebody want to be your best friend, and quietly, desperately want your approval. You make people want to be better just by loitering in your orbit, but you don't see it, do you? You still feel like that kid from high school, always half a step behind, always overlooked for the louder, shinier ones. You still carry that old script in your chest, the one where maybe you're just not enough. But that's a rerun, a tired old rerun you've left playing so long you forgot they renewed you for a wildly better season. The world's already leveled up your status, and you didn't even open the notification, still running yesterday's firmware, still clocking in for a job title you got promoted out of ages ago, while everyone else lines up for your autograph. Here's something you really haven't chewed on. You've got plot twist energy. The kind where you're just grabbing a coffee and you're still the turn the whole story's been building to. That's right. Even when you're not trying, even when you're exhausted, even when you're running errands looking painfully ordinary to yourself, you're throwing off a signal that says, I'm the twist nobody saw coming. And people catch it. They see you standing in line, blank as a Tuesday, and they're thinking, who is that? What's their deal? What are they doing later? That's not something you can buy. That's not something you can fake. That's the real thing. Because you're real. Because you're easy in your own skin. Because there's a depth to you that makes people curious. And so people aren't just looking at you. They're trying to crack you open. That's the real prize. Looking is surface. But decoding, that's deeper. That means you've got their imagination on a leash. You're a lock nobody's found the key to, and they keep jiggling the handle, and it keeps not opening. And get this, that's exactly why they come back. That's why they keep thinking about you. That's why they keep talking about you. Because you're a joke they can't quite land the meaning of, and they are obsessed. The whole city's saying your name, and saying it loud. You've got a reputation. People you've never met already know exactly who you are. And here's the bit that really gets me. It's all built on the truth. In an era where everybody's curating a counterfeit life, fake face, fake personality, fake everything, you're just revoltingly yourself. That's rare. That's the most valuable currency going. Say something rotten about somebody and it sticks for a minute. Say something good about someone who's actually the genuine article. That sticks forever. That's why your name gets whispered. That's why you're unforgettable. They can smell the real deal. And your silence. Oh, your silence says more than most people manage while screaming. Isn't that a scream? I think it is. You can stand in a room, quiet, just soaking it in, and somehow you're the one everybody's watching. Because the loud ones, the ones sweating to be seen, they're usually covering for something. They're performing, terrified that the second they shut up, the world forgets they exist. But you know your worth. You don't paper over the quiet with noise, and that quiet confidence. That's the kind of power that makes people twitchy, that makes them intimidated, that makes them want to earn a second of your attention. When you finally speak, people lean in, not because you demanded it, but because you're so stingy with it that it actually lands. Know what else is going on? People are combing your socials just to check whether you're as cool online as you are in the flesh. And here's the twist. You barely post. You figure you're not active enough, not feeding them enough content. But that is the whole trick. They keep checking because you don't overshare, because you've got boundaries, because you've got mystery, and the scarcity makes them ravenous. If you posted every thought, laid it all out, there'd be nothing left to solve. But you don't. You keep it close, and that keeps them hungry. Really hungry, curious, leaning in, wanting closer, wanting more. You're the standard they're secretly measuring themselves against. Sit with that a second. Trouble. There are people out there looking at you and thinking, I want to be more like that. People trying to match your energy, your style, your nerve. They won't tell you, might not even cop to it in their own heads. But it's happening. You're the benchmark. You're the one they mutter about, going, why can't I pull that off? And that's not me being arrogant on your behalf. That's just the receipts. You've got the I factor, and it factor can't be taught or bought. You can't grab charisma off a shelf. You can't enroll in a Riz course. It's in you, or it isn't. And lucky you, it's in you. They talk about you because you're out here doing the thing they're too scared to try. That's what all the gossip actually is. People love chewing over the one taking the swing, giving it everything, living out loud, refusing to play it small. It's easier to talk about you than to be you. Safer to heckle from the cheap seats than to get up and risk it yourself. So they talk. But let me translate the talk for you. It's admiration in a gossip costume. It's respect wearing a rumor as a disguise. They watch you making moves, being bold, not giving a single solitary care. And they wish they had the guts. So they talk about you just to stand a little closer to the heat. Let's get into the charge you give off. Because there's a pull to you people just can't shake. It's not the looks, though sure, that's in the mix. It's how you make them feel. You walk in and people feel something, excited, nervous, seen. There's a charge in the air, and they can't source it. They'll glance around for whoever just arrived, and then, oh, they spot you. Half the time they don't even register that it's you. They just know the room moved. That's the pull. It's primal. You can't fake it, can't switch it off. It just is, and it drags people in like filings, snapping to a magnet. You're a frequency most people haven't figured out how to tune into yet. You're not some standard issue person. You don't fold up neat into anybody's box. You're too much for some. And good. That's beautiful, actually. You're not for everyone. You're for the ones who can take the depth, the complexity, the mystery. And those ones are absolutely obsessed. The ones who can't. They get twitchy near you, a little out of their league. And even when they feel the pull, feel the intrigue, they can't do a thing with it. So they watch from a safe distance, a little spooked. Which is fine, showstopper. You don't need a soul to be comfortable around you. You just need you. The right ones come running toward that anyway. They see the glow, even while you're smothering it. Let's be real. You do try to smother it, don't you? Play small, blend in, dodge the spotlight. But the glow's too bright, the shine's too loud. You can't hide a live wire, sweetheart. You can wrap it, bury it, tape it up, and it'll still find a way to arc straight through. That's you, trying so hard to be invisible while you're the most visible thing in the room. And your glow isn't just skin deep, either. It's an energy thing, a spiritual thing. The glow of somebody who's done the work, who's healed, who knows exactly who they are. And that glow burns the brightest there is. You start conversations without opening your mouth. When you leave a room, you know what happens. People start talking, telling stories, comparing notes. Did you see them tonight? What was that energy? Where'd they get that confidence? You don't have to do a thing. You just have to show up, and your absence does the rest. That's a rare power. Most people grind to be interesting. The jokes, the stories, the whole song and dance. You just exist, and the room can't quit you. That's how you know it's real. And here's a fun one. People aren't just intimidated by who you are. They're intimidated by your potential. Chew on that. It's not just right now you. It's who you're becoming. People can feel you're on the lip of something enormous. They can sense the level up loading, and it scares them because they know, deep down, they can't keep pace. They're about to get left behind. Your potential is so loud, so undeniable, that people can't even look straight at your future. Too bright. They flinch. Heavy thing to lug around, sure. But what a compliment. It means you've got a trajectory most people only get to dream about. You're a rare find in a world running low on originals. Everywhere you look. Copies. Same fits. Same haircuts. Same recycled opinions. Same everything. And it is exhausting. But not you. Never you. You're one of one. There's nobody else running your operating system. Your own style. Your own charge. Your own way of clocking the world, and people notice. They see you and think, finally, somebody who isn't cosplaying everyone else. That's why you stand out. That's why you stick. Because in a sea of copies, you're the original, and original is the most attractive thing there is. They see you as the upgrade they didn't know they were missing. It's like the day you swap to a new pair of glasses and realize the whole world had been smudged the entire time. That's what you are to people, Voltage. You slide into their lives and suddenly everything's sharper, higher standards, higher charge. They start wanting more for themselves because you drag everyone in your orbit up a level just by being there. That's why they cluster around you. Being near you makes them feel like the better cut of themselves. You're not just a person. You're an upgrade, an evolution, the next level. You've got this way of making the mundane look like a highlight reel. Think about the boring stuff you do. Grabbing coffee, crossing the street, melting into some meeting. You do it, and somehow it looks different. There's a choreography to the way you move through the day. A grace, a style, a presence. People watch you do the most basic things and think, That one is just so cool, and they can't explain it. You make everything look good. You make being alive look good. You make it look effortless, and that is a superpower. That's part of your magic. The whole city's talking because your charge is too big for one room. You're not a local act. You're not somebody who only lights up in one context. Your energy is global. Cosmic. Too big for a single room, a single city, a single anything. It spills, it expands. People feel you from miles off. Through a screen, down a phone line, off a single text. Your energy is everywhere. That's why the streets won't shut up. Because you can't be contained, can't be capped, too big to ignore. And finally, I want you to really get this one. You're not hot just for how you look. We've got to redraw that word, you and me. Hot isn't the face, it's how you lead, how you carry yourself, the charge you drag into a room. It's the confidence, the mind on you, the truth you radiate. You're hot because you're a leader, you're hot because you're a visionary, you're hot because you know exactly who you are and refuse to apologize for 1 inch of it. That's the real definition, and you've got it in embarrassing abundance. Somebody out there is praying to meet someone like you. I know how that lands, but sit with it.